Friends, welcome to my channel VKA Science, and in this video we are going to discuss about crop production and management. Crop production and management. So let us start about crop production and management. So first of all, what are crops? Okay, what are crops? See, what are crops? Plants which are grown on a large scale are known as crops. Okay, we all know that plants which are grown on a large scale for human purposes are known as crops. Okay, see, if you are growing a plant at your home in a pot, like you are growing a plant at your home in a pot, so that is not a crop. Okay, that is simply a plant. That is simply a plant. That is not a crop. Plants which are grown on a large scale are known as crop. Okay, so let us move on to the next slide. See, classification of crops. Classification of crops. The classification of crops is based on two things. First is based on season, and second is based on trading and self-consuming by farmers. And we are also saying this thing, trading and self-consuming by farmer, as commercial crops. Commercial crops. Okay, we are saying it. So see, based on season there are three crops: kharif crop, rabi crop and zaid crop. Okay, and based on trading and self-consuming by farmer means commercial crops, there are two types of crops: cash crops and subsistence crop. So now let us move on to the next slide. See, here I have explained in detail about the crops based on season. There are three types of crops. Kharif crop. Crops which are grown in summer and harvested in winter. What do you mean by them? Crops which are grown in summer and harvested in winter are known as Kharif crop. Now then comes Rabi crop. Crops which are grown in winter and harvested in summer. Okay, they both are opposite of each other. Here crops which are grown in summer, and here crops which are grown in winter. And what are zaid crops? Crops which are grown in monsoon season, like watermelon. Okay, at these days we all are eating watermelon, very probably. Okay, so that is watermelon is. Okay, so that's why watermelon is known as zaid crops. Okay, so let us move on to the next slide. See, my next slide says that the crops based on trading and self-consuming. And what are they known? They are known as commercial crops. COMMERCIAL. Commercial crops. Okay, and there are two types: cash crops. Crops which are grown for trade. Example, cotton. See, there is a important thing in cash crop, that they can either be edible or either be non-edible. Like we have cotton in cash crop. Is it edible? No, cotton is not edible. But if we are having wheat, so see, wheat is a type of rabi crop. But if you are producing wheat in a large quantity for the trading purpose, then it is only known as cash crops. Okay, so let us move on to the crops which are for farmers self-consuming. They are known as subsistence crop. Okay, crops which are grown only to fulfill the needs of farmer and his family. Like a farmer is growing wheat. Okay, and he is growing wheat to fulfill the needs of his family and himself. Okay, so then the crops are known as subsistence crop. Now let's move on to the next topic. See, our next topic is agricultural implements. Okay, our next topic is agricultural implements. So what are agricultural implements? The tools. Okay, the tools which are used for agricultural purpose are known as agricultural implements. Okay, the first tool is plow. See, what is plow? It has a knife like wedge with a beam which is attached to the neck of bull and a handle which is held by a human. See, as you can see in the diagram, this is the wedge. Okay, here what I have discussed. This is the wedge and this is the handle and this is the beam. You can see here, this is the wedge W, this is the handle H, and this is the beam, that is B. Okay, so it is used for plowing. And what is plowing used? Plowing is used to fertilize or to lose the particles of soil. Okay, so this is plow. Now let's move on to the next agricultural implement. What is it? It is hoe and seed drill. See, what is hoe? Hoe is a tool like this, which is used for tilling the soil, And seed drill is a machine which is used to sow seeds into the ground. See, we have a traditional method of scattering seeds everywhere so that the plant can grow, but it causes the overcrowding of seeds. Okay, overcrowding of plants. That's why a machine known as seed drill is being made so that it can help in the purpose of sowing seeds. It is having a long iron fuse. Okay, at the upside where seeds are filled. In this one, small seeds are filled. Okay, small seeds are filled, and these are long iron tubes. And from these tubes the soil goes from this iron furrow, this iron bin, to the soil, and so it can grow easily. Okay, as scattering seeds take a lots of time, but it doesn't take much time, so it is very useful in sowing seeds. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Next slide is harvester. We all know that if we have sown seeds and do all the agricultural practices with it, like weeding and irrigation, sowing, and all the things we have done, sowing and irrigation, weeding and adding manures to it, then we have to harvest the crops also. Okay friends, we have to harvest the crop also. See, we have a C-shaped knife-like structure which is known as sickle. S-I-C-K-L-E. Okay, S-I-C-K-L-N-E. Okay, but it's take a very long time because it is machinerized by our hand only. Okay, so it takes a very long time to harvest the crop, but there are machines known as harvesters. Okay, They are also having knife like structures, okay, knife like structures which cut the crop, okay, which cut the crop, and they are fixed into a machine or a vehicle like a tractor, okay, and it cuts the crop and it doesn't take much time. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, see, in this slide I am having a flow chart showing the different agricultural practice, and I will explain you in detail. Okay, so the first practice is soil preparation. See, I have shown you the agricultural implements as plow and leveling. Okay, I have shown you plow and hoe, which are done for plowing and leveling. Okay, so soil preparation is very important, because see, if the soil particles are very much tightened, so the plant can grow in it. No, it is not possible. Okay, my friends, because of that we have to do first plowing and leveling of the soil, so the soil particles are loosened and there is air and water proper supplied, and we can grow the crop very easily. Okay, so soil preparation we have done. Now there is selection and sowing of seeds. What do you mean by selection and sowing of seeds? See, selection of seeds is very much important, because you have to select a seed which is of high yield variety, YIELD. Okay, YIELD, high yield variety seeds you have to select. And what is sowing of seeds? I have briefly described it, because sowing of seeds is very much important. Okay, so we have machines like seed drill and we can scatter by hand, but by hand scattering it can cause the overcrowding of plant. Overcrowding. Okay, overcrowding of plants. Okay, so section and sowing of seeds is also very important. Soil preparation also we have done. Now adding manures and fertilizers. Okay, adding manures and fertilizers. So there is a big role in adding manures and fertilizers. And what is that role? Because they provide the nutrients to the plants. Okay, they provide the nutrients to the plant. Okay, and providing nutrient is very important for the plant to grow. And see that manures are natural, but the fertilizers are artificial. They are made by different chemicals mixing with it. And you know that manures we can put in any quantity, it will not harm the plant, but if we will put fertilizers in many quantities, then really it will harm the plant. Okay, and next is irrigation. What do you mean by irrigation? Supplying water to the plant, and this we will discuss briefly in the next slide. Weeding and crop. What do you mean by weeding and crop? Weeding and crop means the separation of unwanted plants from the crop is known as weeding. Okay, the unwanted plants which trap all the proteins of the plant are known as weed, and it is very much important to remove them by some herbicides and weedicides. Okay, and harvesting is done by sickle and the harvester, combine harvester. There is threshing means the stacking of plants, the putting of plants, the putting force on the plants and hitting them on a slab so that the grains can separate from the husk. We have threshing, and there is storage. What do you mean by storage? We all know storage, okay? And storage of crop is very easy, and they are done in big metallic bands known as silos. Big metallic bins known as silos. Okay, so this is storage. So now let's move on to the next slide. Now we have different types of irrigation. Okay, we have different types of irrigation. First is moat. We are having moat type of irrigation. Okay, and what is moat? Okay, see, like you can see the man, he is pulling water from the well and spreading it into the farm. This is known as moat. Then we have chain pump. Like you can see, there is a pulley type thing which is pulling the water, and the water is being spread into the farm. Okay, and the next we have dhekli. What do you mean with dhekli? We can get the water from the well and we can put it very into the crop. Okay, and then we have rahat. What do you mean by rahat? See, there you can see a bull which is pushing the handle so that from this handle this pulley can be pushed and the water can be taken out from the water resource. These all are the traditional methods of irrigation. Now we have modern methods of irrigation also. There are two methods: sprinkler irrigation and drip irrigation. What is sprinkler irrigation? See, you have seen some farmers having sprinklers in their farm that is sprinkling the water into the farm to the crops. So this is known as sprinkling irrigation. Okay, and then we have drip irrigation. What is drip irrigation? See, like you are having a surface. Suppose this is our surface. Here we are having plant, and these are the roots of plants. What does a drip irrigation do? There are pipes. Okay, there are pipes, and that pipes holes are there under the root of the plant, so the plant can get water at the correct part. Okay, so the plant can get water at the correct part, and that is known as root. Okay, they are having small holes at different distances where plants are grown, and they are providing water to the plants. Okay, they are providing water to the plants at regular intervals. Now let's move on to the next slide. That is animal husbandry, and it is our last thing of this chapter. Now let's move on to animal husbandry. See, what do you mean by animal husbandry? Okay, what do you mean actually? The rearing and breeding of domestic animals and livestock for fulfilling human needs is called animal husbandry. Okay, means we are rearing and breeding domestic animals for fulfilling human needs. Like we are getting meat, egg and milk from the livestock and the domestic animals, a cow, like chicken. Okay, so they are known as the livestock. And the study or the rearing and breeding of them is known as animal husbandry. Okay, so now let's move on to the next slide. So see friends, this is the last slide of our chapter, and it describes the different elements of animal husbandry. So what is involved in animal husbandry? Proper feeding of animals. The animals should get proper nutrition. Okay, proper nutrition so that they can give proper amount of milk, meat, egg, and all the things which we are getting from them in a proper amount. Proper shelter for animals. See, like in horse are living in stable, cow are living in the shade. So there should be a proper shelter for animals. Okay, so that they can get a shade and they can give us the domestic or the dairy product or the livestock product very easily. Now we have proper care of animals against diseases. Now see, in animals there are some diseases. Okay, not some, there are diseases like our human beings only. So the animals should not get any diseases, and this is the responsibility of us. Okay, if animal will get disease, then he will be diseased and will die. Okay, so that's why proper care of animals against diseases is very important. The next is proper breeding of animals. Means the animals get a proper breed by their, so the animals can get proper breed by whom, which is breeding them. Okay, so the animals can get proper breed by their breeder. See, proper feeding of animals, proper shelter of animals, proper care of animals against diseases, and proper breeding of animals are the various elements of animal husbandry. Okay, now let's move on to the, so my friends, that is all for this chapter. So my friends, that is all for this chapter. Okay, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and hit the like button, hit the bell icon. Okay, so that you can get every notification. Okay, so please hit it and stay tuned with my channel. Thank you.